back, y'all. We got some new parts. For the white TSX finally. So bought some suspension things. I've either taken it from this car, used it for other things, or it got destroyed, and I still had to buy a bunch of parts. But now, you guys know, given the situation, I'm retired again. We're gonna be easing our ways into things, but I'm also, I don't know, I feel more comfortable to spend the money now than I did with the job, so I don't know. But also today, later on, I'm probably gonna hit this gun range and go check out some handguns and stuff and get into that and look into getting the concealed and all that. Get into that hobby, because we just went to the shooting range I was talking about. It was fun, and I just want to get into that hobby. I just have like that, a natural shot, you know? I was having some pretty good aim. Anywho, got a lot to do. You know, bought some parts. We're gonna unbox that really quick, see what's good. I have to do some repainting. I gotta buy a ball joint. I could do the wheel bearing on that thing, but I gotta buy a ball joint for it. Let's see if everything's here. Package pretty good. Felt like one other box in here. And these are new front sway bar bushings. Things that I need so I could get this car together again. Alright, I did a little side quest. Cut the grass back here a little bit. So this is what I'm working with right now. Setup wise. Yeah, it's not the greatest. I mean, the 3 points of contact, try to make as minimal there as possible. And then maybe give it its touch up like afterwards or something. It's gonna do. It's gonna do for now. If anything, I'll lift it up really quick. Get the spray down right there. Parts are gonna be hidden. It's not the biggest deal, but I just wanted it to be a little bit cleaner before putting it on, or shinier. Match the subframe. So we just got the first layer down really quick. I'm using some of this guy. This is the gloss black. That's what we doing. What up, y'all? We are now on our way to Florida's Firearm Academy or something like that. It's a shooting range as well, and then we just kind of want to look at all the handguns, like I said, that I have like on my list of good starters. I don't know if we're just gonna like, you know, we just want to buy one right now and go from there. You know, get comfy with it, then you know, buy another one, kind of thing. But we do really want to get into it, and then you know, obviously get our
lights, y'all.
Get a milkshake or something.
Smoothie.
Some. But yeah, guys, that was pretty fun. My head kind of hurts a little bit.
Yeah, all that lead, and that one was a little stuffier than the other one.
Yeah. Even though they have the breathing going through, so it's not bad. But yeah, it's just out of all those, we tried. What did we try?
The Glock 48, the Glock 19.
We tried the Glock 19 first. We tried the Smith & Wesson MNP, I think. MNP9 or MP9 or whatever. Then it was the CZP10 and then the Glock 48. Right? Glock 48. And I enjoy the Glock 48 the most and the CZP10. Yeah. So...
Same. The Glock 48 and the CZP10.
I don't know exactly which ones, so go for it. Maybe we'll get something else. Yummy mango dragon fruit passion fruit. Are you dumb?
No, but there was an option for that, so it's not that dumb.
All right, we made it back home after the shooting range. Spent like 93 bucks to try multiple different handguns, and then a box of 50 9mm. Just really had to look into prices of things and kind of decide what we'd want. Yeah, gotta get some dinner going, get this salmon going. Tired guy. Start off the morning with a nice walk. Say hi. Hey, hi. Alright, we gotta go to Sprouts and get our green tea energy. Tried buying coffee again and trying that out, but it just fucks up my GI tract. Good as coffee sounds and it smells, I do enjoy drinking it, just not work well with me, man. Hey, the Rep Mugen Grill. Yo, what up, gang? We are back. We are back with the TSX. Shut the fuck up, dude. We are back with the TSXs though. It's looking like a mess, because it is. It's an organized mess. Front sway bar, obviously not perfect because the way I had to have it mocked up to paint. I mean, it's kind of like the only way possible for me. Shut the fuck up, plane. I swear to God, every time I start recording, a plane just pops out the blue. So I just came back from Ace Hardware to pick up some bolts for the sway bar bushings, because instead of scavenging around and trying to find matching bolts and stuff, I just went and got some new ones. M10, 1.25, and 20mm in length. So I got those. Thankfully, it's the right size, or at least it's threading on. And then I got these front bracket bolts right there because I was missing that as well. So yeah, just kind of going through the ringer. Gotta slide this thing back through. That's why I have it all mocked up. I got the bolts out, and hopefully I can just snake it through and start getting that mocked up how I need it to. Call my lady over. Woohoo! Woohoo! And then she's gonna come. She probably, I mean, she is working, so she is busy. I can't expect much. see, she knew it. I told y'all, she heard it, but she was on a phone call busy and ignored me. And now I'm gonna beat her up with this tripod stick. Just cause. So yeah, we got the bolts undone. Gotta drop that a little bit. Got that hanging like a turkey. If that makes sense, I guess. Let's drop this a little bit more. So we have that extra space, that extra gappage to help me out. So we have her, the mating call spawner. Go for the bend angle. Alright. It's missing.
is maybe somehow pushing it up. Yeah, there we go. Just trying not to, you know, scrape your paint. So close. There we go. Alright. Okay,
Shout out, boo.
Easier than we expected, right?
Now it just made me see that I'm leaking a little bit of power steering through the rack. It seems like through this guy could be some old residual stuff, but not 100% on that, buddy. Not 100% on that one, buddy. Up in here, this is a prone thing. I've had to replace, you know, these lines, the bottom one, you know, once or twice, especially on the newer Detroit axle, because all that pressure that ended up building into the system, and when it was dry, and ended up just making a hairline crack. I'm gonna have to tighten that a little bit because, yeah, I don't want that leaking. That might be a little funky. All right, y'all, so we're back after a long interval. Bracket right here. I believe, at least on one of the bushings I've seen, that it said you don't have to really grease it because of the way it's designed and shit like that, but I'm just putting grease on in here. I might put a little bit in there, just cause, but I don't think I have to in there. But at least in the bracket, I did that, so. So it's a little hard to see. My phone's over there at the light, but basically, so we got the new Moog bushings in with the painted bracket and painted thing. Well, half-ass. Still gonna do his thing. Let me zip up this subframe and then take the doggos on a walk. Got the sun setting over there and it's looking quite nice. What up, folks? Back again. Put that ABS module back up. I got this bolt finally in. Honestly, I had to like chase it with the bolt that I think was probably meant for it, but yeah, I got some new bolts from Ace Hardware yesterday and that side went in fine. This one was giving me a lot of trouble, so I was sitting here chasing it with the impact, and then I had to give it the final ooga doogas with that thing because I don't know whether it was the paint plus rust in there. I was just giving a hard time. Prepping that thing, I sanded that down with wire wheel just to get some of the crud off. Prep that thing because that needs a new ball joint, new wheel bearing. This thing got a new ball joint, but now I'm peeping that I probably should just do the wheel bearing too, as I'm gonna be doing the other one. It just makes sense, you know, doing both sides, especially everything's new, gonna be on the white TSX almost. Might as well do that as well. Hopefully the sensor doesn't give me trouble of getting out, but I mean, I'll try to stop this from moving, but you could just hear, you feel the slob, hear it. That's no good. And it's like not as, like, it's stiff, but not as stiff, you know. That's gonna end up being an issue, I'm sure. So, might as well just do both sides. So this is the pretty typical method I like to do of punching out the hub. I just get a good enough socket to fit that size right there, and you whack away, try to hold it up best as you can, and as high as you can because it's going to end up popping below here. So you don't want to be on the hub, the wheel studs area, because it's coming down. So let me whack away at this thing and show y'all. So we got it out. Took like another 2 whacks. That was good. So y'all, I went to start this thing up, and kind of like before, I was getting power to the dash and stuff, but it was just like ticking and clicking. It wasn't starting up. I went and tested the battery, and you're supposed to see like 12.6 volts is like a healthy battery or something, and I was getting 11.4, which means it's basically kind of like a dead battery. So, and I kind of had this problem before. I went to O'Reilly's and they charged it up, I believe. I don't think I bought a new battery yet. I remember that hit that was from the accident as well, and they're like, oh yeah, it charged up, but it already seems pretty f***ed up. So I'm probably just gonna go to like Walmart maybe and buy one of their batteries, or look up at O'Reilly's and see the best price under a commercial account. We'll see. But yeah, I tried to start it up, but it didn't work. I also replaced the ground wires with the K-tune ones that came off white TSX, because I'm gonna end up just buying some newer ones anyway. But yeah, a little bit of cleanup, a little organized, get some things together, and just start putting shit back on and taking things off and putting it on and so on and so forth.
Tomorrow.
What is up, y'all? We are back. Good morning. Back to some of the TSX shenanigans. Trying to get as much as I can done this week, as you know, on retirement and stuff. But also, like, trying to make changes, trying to get a different mindset. You know, we're not perfect, we're only human. And yes, some things are easier said than done, especially with so many things that just pile up in life, and then you just gotta keep going. But sometimes it's hard to find the stride to always keep going, or to find your best foot forward, or something like that, you know, to progress a little bit each day. But we ended up on a good foot yesterday, and a little bit more clear-headed on some kind of like direction, and just kind of not overthinking or overstressing. I'm like, oh, I gotta buy this, gotta buy that, and you know, not working at the moment, or just suddenly getting laid off or fired again. It's just, it sucks. Going back into like the Instacarting and stuff like that, some other delivery apps potentially, just to make some, you know, ends meet, make a couple bucks, buy some parts, shit like that, you know, be able to keep living. So we're installing these Mevaltech upper control arms. Just a nice little stock replacement arm at the moment. It's a little bit rougher going in because it does have fresher, you know, a little thicker layer of Raptor liner there, but so I got a rubber mallet. So we're just gonna throw on these stockies for now, getting things on, transferred over, getting this whole car together. Little by little, part by part, take things out, put it on, and so on. Look at that, y'all, so hard to do. Shout out to Laro for sending me these a while ago for your lower control arms. So what you need, have a spare set of lower control arms, grab it from the junkyard, buy it new from Rock Out or something, but try to just get a nice set and then use that to swap them out. So how we're gonna go about it, shout out to Laro, because he's the one who sent me this method, because he did it before and I was gonna end up buying a hydraulic press, but instead we got these to be able to drill around the rubber and stuff and then cut a line into that metal insert and relieve that and knock that fucker out. So it's really just about getting the rubber out, being able to do a relief cut into the race, this guy's right here, and then get it out. So start. Ow, my knee. Yay, we did it. So we just gotta repeat the steps everywhere, whichever size fits best, get the most rubber out, and then we just have to cut. All right, now y'all, we opened up a bigger pack of drill bits, hole saw sets. So we got the biggest one out of it, fit perfectly on this last one. Let's see, just perfectly around there. Get that out, and those are the last two. And then we had to do some chopping with the Sawzall, which shout out Harbor Freight again, man. Coming with the truth, a whole arsenal. That's why y'all gotta sponsor me, man. I need a new toolbox for all my nice tools. Hey, question. I've been doing a little bit of gaming, especially at nighttime. What do y'all play? Play any games and stuff? What do you play? My main thing, my main attraction right now has been Rust. You build, you fight people, you raid, you fucking farm, all sorts of shit. You know, just like RuneScape, but in a different manner. You know, it's fun. If any of y'all play, let me know. I'd love to play with teams or the community and stuff and make our own RISH community in there. I'm not the greatest, but I'd be trying. I just like to have fun. I like to play. Anywho, I don't know if I showed you guys. This works so much better than using the drills per se. So if you're doing that, just use that. Go to Sprout so we can get our freaking good, healthy energy year bays. Get a little air going through. It might be raining or storming today because it's looking real cloudy over there. This is kind of a nice view. Colorful Volkswagen. Talking about we have some sort of hurricanes, double hurricane coming. It's like a twin hurricane coming together. It looks like two boobs. Bigger one, but it doesn't have enough depth, so you can honestly use one of the other white ones. I don't know, it was nice to get all of the rubber out, so I went on either side to get as much as possible. Then I just sent this through with a hammer and it got it out. So you could do it either way, really, so it's not too shabby. Alright, now after beating the shit out of all the big ones because that didn't have enough space and I feel like swapping, I ended up just using some chisels and a little bit of scissor action and, you know, a little scissoring. Yeah, my wrist kind of hurts a little bit, you know, from all the torqueness from the bushings and the guns. But yeah, we're gonna grab the Sawzall now and start with this big old guy. Pop that off. Perfect. And pow, 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 pow. Ended up doing another slit on the other opposite side just to kind of give it a little bit more relief. Started whacking away with the chisel, it wasn't working, and I just started whacking it down the higher point with the hammer, started budging more, and I got this plate from the wheel bearing set. Perfect size. Nice. So I made a cut in this one and I got a 30 mil socket right here and it's like a perfect size. As I said, perfect size and it wants to get stuck. What the hell? Perfect size would be a 29 mil, just underneath. Pop out.
never take a day off. Work around the clock, my engineer getting paid off. Rock like Ace up, like the weed and take off.